What's up, Rams? My name's Ryan Christ, and we're here on another fantastic Thursday and our last Thursday of the semester. So let's jump right into all things entertainment one last time this semester. Now that it is officially after Thanksgiving, I think it's appropriate to get into the holiday spirit, hence all of my holiday cheer. And thankfully, right here in Fort Collins, the Lincoln Center is hosting the Canyon Concert Ballet, accompanied by the Fort Collins Symphony Orchestra and the performance of the Nutcracker. If you're like me, you may just be asking yourself, wait, have I ever even seen the Nutcracker before? And if you're me, that answer is nope. So for all you out there like me, the Nutcracker is a ballet about a young girl and her Christmas Eve adventures after she is given a magical nutcracker. The shows will be December 8th through 10th, and the tickets can be found online at the Lincoln Center website. In some other holiday news, the CSU Marching Band will be performing in the annual 9 News Parade of Lights this Friday. This year, the Parade of Lights takes place December 1st through 12th. The 2-mile parade begins at the Denver Civic Center and concludes at the corner of 14th Street and Glenarm Place. The CSU Marching Band's only parade appearance is on Friday, December 1st. The parade starts at 8 p.m., and if you haven't seen it before, the CSU's 265 musicians, Color Guard, Golden Palms, joined by the CSU Cheers and Cam the Ram, will lead the numerous floats, balloons, and dozens of holiday characters as the only collegiate marching band in the parade. Fun fact, I was in the parade last year as a tenor saxophone, and let me tell you, it was definitely as cold as it looks. I'll definitely be much warmer watching it this year. On Wednesday morning, the new Avengers Infinity War trailer dropped, and it set new records. In 24 hours, it got over 230 million views, which beat the previous record, which was set by It. And while all the Marvel movies kind of follow the same Marvel movie structure, I'm very excited for this movie. The build-up for this movie took 10 years, starting with the first Iron Man in 2008. Since then, we've had 18 different, I mean, if you want to call them different, they're kind of all the same movie, but with different characters. Anyways, there are 18 different movies that have built the story of Thanos, the main villain in this film, and the Infinity Stones that he is after. This film will feature every single main character from each of these movies, which is around 21 main characters. Since there are so many characters, this will be a Part 1, and Part 2 will come out sometime in 2019. Part 1 comes out in March 2018, and I'm more than excited to see all of our heroes in one film. Are you in need for some holiday music? Because the UCA has you covered. At UCA on Wednesday, they were doing a dress rehearsal for the Holiday Spectacular show. The actual performance will be on Sunday at 7. This show features the U-Chorus Chamber Choir, Concert Orchestra, and over 300 total performers. This show is put together each year and uses students from the dance studio, music studio, and the theater department at the UCA. This concert features all the classics which they encourage you to sing along to. As well as these classics, they also perform more traditional holiday songs. The Holiday Spectacular Show is also a fundraiser which benefits the music student.
Yeah, so all the proceeds from tonight's concert benefit students via scholarship, programmatic support, things like that. So obviously tonight's concert was free, but on Thursday and Sunday our actual shows, there's admission. Additionally, we take donations down in the lobby. So all of those proceeds go to benefit all of our students who are music majors, music minors, students who are playing in the ensembles, everything like that.
They even had a special performance from Mrs. Claus and many other surprises throughout the night.
Mrs. Claus, vocalist extraordinaire.
This show will be Sunday at 7 p.m., and I don't think you want to miss out. Well, I am joined up here on desk with collegiate music reviewer Alec Eriksen. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me, Ryan.
You're great. So we're going to be talking about the Grammys since they have been announced for 2018. So first off, with Record of the Year, What do you think about the nominations?
So with Record of the Year, we have some pretty kind of strong albums out there. So we obviously have Humble from Kendrick Lamar. We got Redbone from Childish Gambino, but they're going to call him Donald Glover because award shows want to be more fancy like this.
Of course.
You also have 24K Magic by Bruno Mars. You have The Story of OJ from Jay-Z. And then finally you have Despacito from Justin Bieber and the rest of that crew. And so it's a very strong mix. And what's surprising about this is the first time in 60 years that the Grammys don't have a white male for this category. And so this is a huge step for them. I think they're trying to make a larger step to be more relevant for the first time in all of the Grammys. And clearly it's showing because there's a lot of positive reaction from fans for something like this.
Of course, I totally agree. So with Record of the Year, which one do you think we can just eliminate right now? Which ones do you think won't even be a contester?
I'm going to say The Story of OJ from Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z has a lot stronger stuff outside of this, and I don't think this is going to win this category. Honestly, to me, I think it's going to come down between either Humble or Redbone. I think Redbone has a stronger appeal to a lot of fans. I think that's the fan favorite at the current given moment. Despacito, I could see it just because it was a summer jam and a lot of people had fun with it, but I don't necessarily think it's going to stand out as the Record of the Year.
I agree. I think Childish Gambino and Kendrick Lamar, they have a lot of nominations, and I feel like it's going to be between them for a lot of things. I also really don't want Despacito to win because I'm so tired of hearing that song.
I think everyone's a little tired of hearing that song. Even the people who have made that are clearly tired of singing it. If Justin Bieber came and remembered the lyrics to the song when he gets up on stage and performs it. So I think a lot of it comes from the fact that Redbone is just a lot more different. It's not generic. It has a lot more pacing and progression throughout the song, whereas Humble is very clearly, it was a well done and a well produced track as well. So I think it's mainly going to come down to those two, whereas Despacito was just like almost a cash grab kind of song where it was designed to be a summer hit. Exactly.
And so moving on kind of towards Album of the Year, of course we're talking a lot about Childish Gambino and Kendrick Lamar, and they're both on there, of course, with Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino. So what do you think about Album of the Year?
Album of the Year is, once again, that's going to be pretty close as well. Obviously, we have Lords also getting that category with Melodrama, and I think that was one of the most fantastic records that Lords put out personally, even though it's her sophomore release. And obviously, we have 444 from Jay-Z, which was a phenomenal record as well. And so it's a really tight category. I'm going to rule out Bruno Mars to start with just because I don't think it's going to stack up as well as comparison to the rest of the category. But I might just have to lean with Awaken My Love, probably.
I agree. I agree with what you said about Bruno Mars with 24K Magic. It was a good album, but I feel like it's not a standout in this category, and I don't think he can really compete with those other top four.
Certainly. Bruno Mars has been a phenomenal musician throughout his career. I just don't think that this is his strongest work to date, and he's obviously had a lot better records come out, and so I don't think this is the one that's going to win a Grammy.
Of course. And on to our last main category, of course, that's Best New Artist. And what do you really think about that? There's a lot of new people, and I didn't frankly really hear a lot of these people. I had to look them up to make sure I knew who they were because they were very new. And
you're telling me you never heard of Lil Uzi Vert? You're telling me that right now.
I have not. I'll be honest. I have not.
So I mean, this is a pretty. For the people in the know, Ryan, that's not you.
Not me.
That's not you. There's actually, this is a pretty strong category, I'm going to say. I think the Grammys did pretty well with Best New Artist of the Year. Just because you have Lil Uzi Vert, you have Khaled, and then you have SZA. And so there's a lot of strong contenders here. And they all had phenomenal songs that come out, phenomenal records that all came out. And so I think this is going to be a very tight category to win. And so honestly, in my opinion, come down to Khaled, maybe SCA, but I think it's going to be really close on this one.
Well, I'll have to take your word for it because I'm not in the know. But anyways, before we go, of course, I do want to talk about next year's Grammys because we have, Taylor Swift, all of her new albums. And of course, she didn't make the cutoff.
Yes.
So did the old Taylor just not die fast enough, or are we just going to be looking for her in 2019?
So Taylor Swift is smart about what she does with her records. She always releases her records after the year that it comes out, Grammy cutoff date, just so it generates this press buzz of people like, oh, Taylor Swift got snubbed. And so that's what a lot of people tend to think.
Of course she does.
So yeah, she'll probably pick up a nomination or two for the following year, but this year a lot of people are just upset because Reputation is there. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be nominated for a whole lot that a lot of people are thinking of, but we'll see in the following year.
Yeah, who knows? Well, first, thank you, Alec, for being on the show. Of course, I appreciate you coming up here.
Thank you, Ryan.
Well, Rams, this is all the time I have for you this semester. And to wrap it all up, I'm going to invite our anchors who will not be returning us with us next semester. We have Marla Lundak, Michael Angelo Bustamante, and the ghost of Tyler Patterson. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's just not here. I'm Ryan Christ.
I'm Marla Lundak.
I'm Michael Angelo Bustamante.
Have a great night, Rams.